Test. Audio test 1, 2. good evening to you. Welcome to high school basketball action on Central Illinois Sports, live tonight from Postgame Gymnasium in Pittsfield as the 17-7 Pittsfield Sockies play host to the 18-6 Camp Point Central Panthers. Alongside Jack and John Hull, I'm Charlie Hull. This is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. Two of the teams with the better records of anyone in the area matching up tonight in a makeup game. It was originally snowed out a little bit earlier in this year. They're getting together on this Monday night. It's been a crazy stretch for Camp Point Central as of late, playing, well, by the time this is done, 6 games in 7 days. And when you're not a very deep squad, sometimes that can hamper you a bit. They lost back-to-back contests last week to Minden and Griggsville Perry, but then rebounded nicely with wins on Friday and Saturday, including the win over Van Far at the KHQA shootout. Looking to move it to 3 in a row. Pittsfield trying to get back-to-back wins as they beat Brown County last Friday as well. We'll talk more about the matchup on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show next.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account, plus ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Logan Agri-Service, we consider it a badge of honor to be recognized as one of the larger independent suppliers of crop protection chemicals in the Midwest. We've worked hard for years to provide you with the access to the best herbicides, insecticides, and fungicides from top manufacturers because we know without you, our local farmers, we wouldn't be here. When you have questions, call our local experts to discuss what works best for your fields and your situation, or visit us online at loganag.com. Serving agriculture since 1962.
Now that the new year is upon us, it's time to focus on the important things, like Wi-Fi, strong connections, and high speed. This is the perfect time to tell you to call Cascom today. We specialize in all of those important needs. With our high-speed fiber optic service, we make your life easier. Whether that's online streaming, gaming, or just wanting good local TV channels, we have it all. So give us a call today at 1-800-252-1799.
Best Systems Insulators offer insulation for homes and commercial buildings throughout Central Illinois and the surrounding areas. We take great care to ensure that the insulation products we use are the best fit for our clients and their project. We understand that different buildings have different needs and that each of our clients has a unique set of goals. Let us work with you to find the best solution for your next project. Call Best Systems Insulators at 217-285-6005. That's 285-6005. Or visit them online at GoBestSystems.com.
Back with you on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. Pittsfield and Camp Point Central and high school boys basketball action for you this evening. We'll have games tomorrow night here at Postgame Gymnasium as Pittsfield plays host to Beardstown. Thursday we're back at the 7th grade IESA state tournaments for 3rd and 4th place and championship games. Friday evening, we'll have a contest here as Pittsfield plays host to Western on Saturday. The 8th graders will play in their opening round and semifinal games of the ISA tournament. And so lots of action for you this week on Central Illinois Sports, and we certainly thank all of our sponsors who help bring these games to you live. Pittsfield and Camp Point Central, we said Central, it kind of looked like they were getting to a point where they were starting to really make that climb and peak toward the postseason, and then they kind of stubbed their toe. A big win over West Hancock back on the 26th, 53-50, a team that they had lost to 2 times already on the season. Then they kind of stubbed their toe against Minden Unity, 56-46 was the final in that game, and then a low-scoring contest where really shots just never fell for Camp Point Central against Griggsville Perry, 35-21. The Panthers, though, did rebound with a 71-40 win over Rushville on Friday, and then beat Van Far in the KHQA shootout on Saturday, 59-46. But there's no big secret here, Jack. There's not a lot of fanciness when it comes to either one of these teams. For Camp Point Central, though, one of the things that's big for them, they've got to hit that outside shot. And if they're not, they're a team that can struggle to score.
I had an opportunity to visit with James Barnett before the game, and he said, you know, we kind of got together on Friday and we figured some things out that maybe can change that a little bit for our offense, but they're just not extremely deep. They've kind of switched up the starting lineup a little bit, trying to cut down on turnovers. But you're right. Here's the deal. You got to go after Nick Moore and shut him down because he's the key. And when he can't hit shots, you're in trouble. Drew Pabin has picked it up a little bit in the last few games, and I think he's finally starting to get some of those cobwebs out from a hard-hitting postseason. A lot of people don't realize how much that long of a run in football can take on you. They started out really well in basketball, but don't you think they just kind of did that with muscle memory for a while?
Yeah, they had a lot of good momentum to start the season. They're having a good year. I mean, they're 18-6 on the year. A lot of teams would take that record, of course. And, postseason for the Panthers, a favorable draw when it comes to the regional setup, other than you're probably going to have to play Southeastern at some point in their home gymnasium, and the Suns aren't quite what they have been, but they've gotten some big wins at different times. They actually just beat Minden last week without Owen Rigg playing, so after Minden had just beaten Camp Point. So pretty interesting how things can roll, especially in the area this year. Pittsfield, believe it or not, the Sockies are winners of 5 of their last 6, but it doesn't seem like it's been real smooth sailing for the Sockies for a while now.
No, and when you lose a game after you beat somebody by 31 early in the season, it's kind of one of those bizarre things that you kind of let it go. But, I turned that game on and watched the Payson broadcast. I want to thank the folks there for doing that, but you don't very often see the Sockies with 4 people with 4 fouls in the middle of a fourth quarter. That game called a little tighter, and I don't care who you are. You don't go 7-8 deep and have the same people that are in your starting lineup.
No, neither team extremely deep. Pittsfield a little bit deeper into their bench on most days than Camp Point Central will. Pittsfield also has a little bit of a size advantage in the contest, but we'll have to see if they're able to make any use of that here this evening. It's the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. We step aside to hear from some of the sponsors who are helping to bring the game to you tonight. Back with more after this.
Kate Marable, real estate broker with Hometown Real Estate, would like to say good luck to all area teams and hopes everyone has a successful and healthy season. When you're in the market for a new home or would like to sell your home, be sure to call Kate Marable. Kate is a lifelong resident of the area and has experience in first-time home buyers, FHA, USDA, and VA loans. Call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. That's 370-9809 for Kate Marable and Hometown Real Estate. Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Kramberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
Since 1921, Farmers State Bank of Camp Point has been a vital part of our community's history. We are proud of our growth, our community leadership, and our success, which is only possible because of all those who shared this journey with us. We are grateful to the generations of loyal customers, families, businesses, employees, officers, and directors who have shaped not only our story, but our entire communities. Thank you. We look forward to serving you and your future generations for the next 100 years. Farmers State Bank and Camp Point. Together, we are a strong, united community.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Stotzi Automotive and Tire, located at 201 Adams Street in Camp Point, Illinois, is your local automotive repair shop. Whether you need an oil change, brake job, alignment, engine repair, or new tires, Stotzi Automotive is here with honest and competitive pricing. Call Reagan and his team today to schedule your appointment. 217-740-5010. That's 217-740-5010 for Stott C Automotive and Tire.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Welcome back to the Great Rivers Bank pregame show with locations in Pittsfield, Berry, Liberty, and Hannibal. Great Rivers Bank is here to serve you with the best in banking close to where you live and always online at greatriversbank.bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Seedings will take place this week, and for Camp Point Central, they'll be one of the higher seeds. Now, the sectional they feed into is pretty tough. You get Illini Bluffs in there, Jack, and the sectional will be played at Abington Avon, and it's not a given that Camp Point Central will win a regional, but they will be a heavy favorite in that regional.
Yeah, they'll be playing at Southeastern. It looks like they'll have West Prairie maybe, or somebody like that early. A Rushville type thing, and then you look at Southeastern and Minden battling in the semifinals, probably on the other side, kind of what the prediction is on the other side of Illini Bluffs, but I'm not sure, Minden's liable to be a 4 seed in that after their win over Camp Point Central. Not a lot of teams that really jump out to you on that side of things, but Illini Bluffs is plenty if you get to them.
Well, and the thing about it is after you've lost to Minden once if you're Camp Point Central, you're going to have to make some adjustments. And the thing about Minden is they're not a tremendously talented basketball team, but Melvin McMillan's pretty darn good, and he's pretty tough in the paint, and they do not match up very well if the Mustangs can get the ball inside.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing with them is if you can't force turnovers in the three-quarter court, if you're Camp Point Central, it really affects your offense a lot. When they played route, even when they played Griggsville Perry, they don't cause a lot of turnovers in the backcourt, and so you don't get those easy layups that you get other times. And then, a lot of times we've seen Nick Moore where he just goes up and he's money when he gets in the corners and on those wings. But those nights when you're not hitting, 19-9 seems like 29-9, I think. And, the ball's only half the size of the rim and pretty good precision to get it there. The old brain doesn't click all the time, putting it up and making it go in.
Pittsfield's regional sectional complex is kind of a weird one. You've got Pleasant Plains, who has wins over some of the teams that have the better records, but their record is under 500. You have West Hancock, who's had a pretty solid season. Quincy Notre Dame has had a very average year. I mean, it's going to be kind of a crapshoot to see how that thing gets seeded. Saki's most likely going to Warsaw for the regional. The sites are Warsaw and Athens, so they'll geographically go to Warsaw, and most likely will match up with somebody like Illini West or possibly Beardstown in the opening contest.
It's interesting because you're going to host that first-round game, so a game like Beardstown, you better win tomorrow night to have any kind of a shot at that. That loss over Pleasant Plains was a tough one, but Plains has beat a lot of people. But wouldn't it be interesting? We saw West Hancock have to travel all the way to Riverton on the weeknights as they kind of were in a funny seed. That could be Pleasant Plains traveling all the way to Warsaw.
Yeah, I don't know that I see that happening, but it could. Strange things happen. For example, Illini Bluffs girls are coming to Minden for a regional. Think about that travel. There's no good way to go from Glassford to Minden.
Yeah, but it's not, I don't know, a whole lot different than Hillsboro coming here for something, or Pittsfield going all the way down to the Quad or the Metro East area in the regionals there a few years ago when they went down around all the gas plants. It was a pretty good trip.
Yeah, I didn't say it was I didn't say it was the first time it had happened, but it's a pretty good trip. You'll also most likely see, SHG's girls are going to Camp Point. I mean, that's not an easy trip either. For Sacred Heart Griffin. And by the way, Sacred Heart Griffin and Camp Point Central playing girls basketball against one another makes a lot of sense.
It is interesting, the way things kind of roll out with no multipliers unless you've had great success. It's kind of bizarre.
It is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. We step aside as they have the national anthem in the gymnasium. We have it for you from the United States Army Band and Choir. We have the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups for you next on Central Illinois Sports.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
Welcome to the Best of Pet Olympics 2024, sponsored by the Love Your Pet sale at your local farm and home supply. First up, we've got the gold medal champion in speed eating. It's Ollie. Good thing more than a dozen brands of dog food are on sale. Next is Ellie, the gold medal winner in squeaker ruination. She's backed by 25% off all pet toys. And here's Moses, the gold medal winner in treat finding. He's going to love the 10% off sale on select dog treats. Check out all the deals for the Love Your Pet sale at farmandhomesupply.com.
Well, let's take a look at the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups, from snacks and hoodies to power tools and lawn chairs. Nobody has it like your local Farm and Home Supply. Check out the location nearest you or online at farmandhomesupply.com. The Central Panthers, James Barnett, their head coach, 18-6 on the season. Nick Moore starts at a guard. He is a 6-foot senior. At a second guard, the 5'8 senior Drew Paven. And the third guard is the 6'1 junior Elijah Genenbacher. At a forward, the 5'11 sophomore Caden Niekamp. And at the other forward is the 6-foot senior Gavin Blewett. Blewett, Genenbacher, Niekamp, Paven, and Moore for Central. For the Pittsfield Sockies, Brad Tomhave's squad, 17-7 on the year. They'll start at a guard, a 5'10 sophomore Hayden Gratton. At a second guard, the 6'3 senior Brennan Tomhave. At the third guard, the 6'1 senior Javen Petty. At a forward, he's the 6'3 senior Connor Allen. And at the other forward is the 6'3 senior Eli Mendenhall. Mendenhall, Allen, Petty, Tomhave, and Gratton for the 17-7 Sockies. We tip it off from Bushel Gymnasium next on Central Illinois Sports.
Game Masters is your headquarters for all your hunting gear. We have more than just camo hunting attire. Come check out our casual lines of Sitka, Under Armour, North Face, Columbia, Drake, and more. Pursue your prey with these off-road Quiet Cat bikes from Game Masters. Easy to transport and perfect for your next hunting adventure. Game Masters, we're passionate about the outdoors.
You're getting thirsty, bold, refreshing. So good. I mean, dude.
Well, we're ready for tip-off at Bushel Gymnasium. Central in the visiting black uniforms with the gold numbers and lettering. Pittsfield in the whites tonight with the red numbers and black trim. Alongside Jack and John Hull, I'm Charlie Hull. Glad you've joined us tonight on Central Illinois Sports, especially to young Miss Sadie Wassel watching from home. We'll try to get all of the events you like to watch in the gym on the camera for you tonight. The tip is up and controlled by the Sockies, and we are underway. Petty gets the ball left side. That's to Gratton. Takes it to the top of the key, Allen. Against the man-to-man of Camp Point Central. They'll get the ball in the post to Eli Mendenhall. Spin move and a score for the big man, and he puts Pittsfield on top with an early 2-0 lead.
That's the advantage, and Pittsfield went right to it.
Blew it into the front court out of a double team. Works it quickly down low, Niekamp. Extra pass right side. Moore open for the three, no good. And the rebound is secured by Grattan for the Sockies. If you're going to lose somebody on the offensive end, Nick Moore's not the guy you want to give the open shot to most times. Didn't fall that time, but you give him that good of a look, he'll beat you a lot. Right side, Tom Habe with it. He's guarded by Moore. They get it to Mendenhall again, and this time he travels. Turnover on Pittsfield is their first.
Anticipated, got a little excited. The adrenaline flowed, and the feet shuffled. First turnover of the ball game.
Brown County's 8th graders defeated Abington Avon 36-23. Congratulations to the young Hornets as they head to the state tournament. I think Abington Avon's team was previously unbeaten. Here's Blewett with the basketball near the sideline, and he'll step out of bounds and a turnover on Central. Twice he's caught the ball in that same spot. The first time it was dangerous. That was even more dangerous the second time, led to the turnover.
He usually can jump over it. That time he couldn't control the ball to make it happen.
Well, he needed a guard to get in the front court. Everybody was still behind the timeline. 2-0 Pittsfield, just under 7 minutes to play in the first period. Here's Tom Habe, top of the key. Down low to Mendenhall. Now Allen. Allen from about 8. Can't get it to go. Rebound tipped around, and Paben comes out of the middle with it. He'll take it quickly into the front court. Crosses over. Spin move down low off the rim and in. 4-2. Paben ties the game up at 2 points apiece.
Hadn't seen Drew Paben do a lot of scoring this season, so kind of hoping to see him break it open in the postseason.
Can he not do it at the end of the regular season? He's just saving it all for the postseason?
Well, you know, you want a little practice. Keep a secret once in a while.
Here's Petty out top, Tom Habe. Now Allen gets a touch right side. Gets it to Grattan at the top of the key. Tied at 2 points apiece on the PCRE, Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Allen gets it on the wing against Blewett. Two teams that are fairly senior laden. Here's a pass down low to Allen. Lets the man fly by and Blewett and puts it up and in for 2. Also, these two groups have played a lot of basketball against each other over the years.
And a few with each other over the years.
They play a little
in the
summer ball.
summertime.
Here's a pass now as Elijah Ginnenbacher was looking for Caden Niekamp to be about 6'10" on that pass. He was not, and so it goes over his head and out of bounds.
Coach Dixon watching though, and he said, well, maybe he's a quarterback next year. You never know.
He might be. Yeah, he's a pretty good
fullback.
Pretty good fullback.
Pretty hard to tackle.
They did kind of save him for the postseason, so maybe they're onto something at Central. Here's Petty with it on the wing. Has used the bounce out top to Tom Habe. There he is, near the center circle. Looking down on the post to Mendenhall. Help side man just close enough. Now the cutter and Grattan went toward the basket as the pass came his way. Tom Habe saves the bacon of his teammate Allen that time. Out top, Petty trying to get free off the bounce to Allen. Pittsfield patient on the offensive side with this 2-point lead. 5 minutes to play in the first. Here's Petty now top of the key for a 3, and it's nothing but the bottom of the net. Petty with the tray gives Pittsfield a 5-point lead. 4:49 to play in the opening period. Paben in the backcourt now to Moore. Moore with a 3-on-2 if he wants to use it. Drives in, down low. Good defense by Eli Mendenhall to get the deflection, and Tom Habe gets the steal.
Yep, Mendenhall made that happen as he didn't take the fake.
He guarded 2 guys that time and did so with some success. Here's Grattan working against Ginnenbacher. He throws it high now, and Ginnenbacher says, hey, I taught him that a moment ago.
Remember the old movie Flubber? That ball might have a little flubber in it tonight, I'm afraid.
It had to be Stretch Armstrong to catch either of those passes, I believe.
Go Gadget.
7-2 Pittsfield. Camp Point Central on the attack.
Now you're speaking the movies I know, cartoons.
Trying to just keep things on your level, Jack.
Exactly.
Right side, Moore hands it to Paben, trying to get a little spacing here are the Panthers. Pull-up shot, Paben off the rim, no good. And Allen with the rebound. That time, though, Camp Point had 3 guys within like 5 feet of one another. You could just tell that's not the way that set's supposed to look. Here's Allen on the left side to Grattan. Grattan on the dribble drive, works it inside to Mendenhall. Ooh, got away with steps. Ball tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Pittsfield and allow Lucas Nichols to come into the game for the Sockies. The 6'1" senior, he'll replace Connor Allen.
On the other end, you're usually looking for Blewett in that place where Paben shot the ball. This side, Lucas Nichols adds that extra 3-point shooter, but you lose a little bit in the paint.
Lucas had 3 threes in the win on Friday night. Here's Tom Habe for a 3. It's off the mark, and the rebound again to Paben, his second. He'll work it quickly into the front court, coast to coast. Gives it off to Moore. Moore with the shot up. It is good as he hangs in the air. Gets it to go, and I'll have an and one opportunity with the first foul of tonight's contest.
Tom Hay will pick it up. It'll be his first team foul. First foul of the ball game, 3:46 left first quarter. Not what happened to Payson the other night where 4 starters had 4 fouls. To the free throw line goes Nick Moore for the and one. 7-4 ball game on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. 3:46 left in the quarter, and Moore crawls it over the front of the rim.
Makes it a 7-5 contest. And Moore really used the angle that time. He was kind of deep on the baseline, but still got it to go. Here's Blewett as he picks the long pass out of the air. Pushes it into the front court. Dribble drive inside, reverse layup. It's good. And he'll have a chance to give Camp Point Central their first lead of the game as Blewett gets the steal and the basket here.
Petty's going to pick up the foul, his first, team second. Taylor Graham into the game. Petty sits down. The and one, and our first lead change possibility with Blewett at the free throw line. The big senior left-hander looking for the extra and gets it on the swish.
6-0 run by Camp Point Central, and just like that, they have their first lead of this affair.
Blewett looked athletic on that play, didn't he? Wow.
He's very quick. Can really leap. The hair, though, I mean, it's in the eyes of the beholder.
Forsey said his was better than Blewett's.
Now Blewett will get a foul as he was trying to reach over the top of Mendenhall on the post-entry pass.
His team first, and that'll be a key for this team, for them not to get those silly fouls because they cannot go very deep, especially in the post.
Taylor Graham will throw it in to Grattan. He'll work it out top now. Nichols looks in the paint. Mendenhall had the mismatch with Moore down there. Now to Tomei for a 3. It's way too long, and the rebound down to Moore. He'll take it on the bounce into the front court. Central trying to add on to this 1-point lead. Moore drives in, blocked from behind, and the rebound to Mendenhall. Give Grattan credit for the block. Graham's pass now is tipped by Paben. Saved in bounds and kept alive by the Sakis. They have a 5-on-3. Down low, Nichols fakes, loses the ball on the bounce. It's stolen away by Paben. Paben with the steal. He's full speed ahead the other way. Drives in, draws contact, and puts it up and in for 2. And Pittsfield wants the timeout. Panthers on an 8-0 run. They take the 10-7 lead over the Sakis. 2:40 to play in the first on tonight's first Adams Fiber timeout. For fast, reliable internet that doesn't buffer no matter what life throws at you, it's Adams Fiber. Learn more about their great offerings at followthefiber.net.
Mendenhall down, and you see Ethan Grattan into the game for the first time tonight.
2:25 to play in the first, and a 10-7 Camp Point Central lead. Their first 3-point advantage of the day. Here's an air ball by Nichols, and the rebound to Ginnenbacher. Pittsfield is shooting a lot of threes in the last few moments, and they've given Central the opportunity to come back. Here's a pass out to Niekamp. Now Blewett gets it to Moore. 10-7 Central on an 8-0 run. Shovel pass off to Ginnenbacher. Drives, kicks it to Blewett on the baseline. Shot fake, lets the defender go by. Misses it off the rim, though. And the rebound down to Grattan.
Didn't get the height he needed on that. Nice job on the defense for the Sakis.
I don't know who the rim manufacturer is for the rims here at Boschel, but they just got their first block of the night. Blewett kind of went to jump that time, and he's used to having a little more spring. I'm not sure if he didn't get his feet quite under him, but he did not explode like he usually does.
Pittsfield parallel passes there need to be careful. Foul on the floor, and Paben will pick it up, I think.
Paben was trying to guard Tom Paben. That's a pretty tough guard for Paben. He gives up about 6 or 7 inches in height. Pittsfield was late in recognizing it, though.
Starters back in the lineup, except, they're all back now. And with Niekamp, Ginnenbacher, and Moore out front, Pittsfield needs to be careful about those passes across the middle.
Here is a little jumper by Allen, no good. Paben secures his third board. He'll work into the front court with the left-hand bounce. Drives in, spin move again to the middle and up and in for 2. Drew Paben with 3 quick baskets in the first. He's got 6 of his team's 12, and Central's now on a 10-0 run.
Yeah, it was 7-2 Pittsfield, and it's been all Central since.
Grattan lob pass down low. Allen, 2 defenders off of their feet. Shot no good. He's fouled. And Connor Allen will shoot 2.
Blewett will pick up the foul. It'll be his second, and he'll come out of the game, as we will see into the game Cole Peterson for the first time tonight. Cole's given this team some good minutes coming back out his senior year. They're fortunate he did.
Catcher on the baseball team is Peterson. You're right. He has played some big-time minutes for this team, and one of those kids that really knows his role.
Allen makes the first free throw. He's got 3, and it's 12-8.
Line Express here to serve you with walk-in medical care when you need it. Open 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. every Monday through Saturday. You'll find Illini Express now located in their new location, 640 West Washington Street, on the campus of Illini Community Hospital in Pittsfield.
Second one by Allen rattles home. He's been pretty good from the free throw line. 12-9 now the lead for Central. Blew it after he missed that layup. It was kind of like he was still frustrated and committed that second foul.
Here's a drive in by Pabin. He's been aggressive. Off to Peterson on the baseline. Shot no good. Tom Habe the board with 47 ticks to play in the first. It's a 12-9 Central lead. Pittsfield on the attack. Petty out top to Tom Habe. Look for the pass back to Petty now top of the key. Pittsfield a little stagnant on the offensive end at the moment. Now they'll get things in motion. Work it out top to Mendenhall. Tom Habe on the wing left side. That's a run through the screens. Down low. Good design and well executed that time as Allen gets free on the left side of the hoop and makes it a 12-11 contest as Connor Allen with 6 in the ball game. Down to a 1-point game with 14 seconds to play in the opening period. Ginnebacher into the front court. Tough pass caught by Moore. What is there that Nick Moore can't do? He drives, pass down low to Peterson, misses the shot, rebound to Allen. He'll take a dribble. He'll put it up from just inside the half-court line. It's no good, and we head to quarter number 2. It's Camp Point Central with the single-point lead, 12-11 over the Pittsfield Sockies after a quarter of action, as you watch it all live on Central Illinois Sports.
From bag to field to bin, Prairieland FS is your home for quality seed. We treat it right here at one of our local facilities, deliver it right to your farm, and then provide the propane to fuel your bins. Have confidence in what you're putting in your engine with our energy specialist. They're focused on maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection to keep you going. We're neighbors serving neighbors. Prairieland FS, your leading supplier of choice.
At Farmers State Bank, we believe in community, teamwork, and success. We're thrilled to announce that we've been named the best place to work in Illinois and the best community bank in America this year. Join us on this winning team where your dreams take center court at Farmers State Bank. We're a team. Discover the difference. The best place to bank, the best place to work. Because when our community wins, we all win. Where community, excellence, and opportunity come together. Farmers State Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Ready for second quarter action. Camp Point Central will start the period with the ball in their possession and this 12-11 lead.
5 of 11 from the field, 0 of 1 from the arc, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Pittsfield 4 of 10, 1 of 5 and 2 for 2. Allen was 6 on one side, Pabin was 6 on the other.
Pabin, Niekamp, Peterson, Moore, and Ginnebacher to start the second period for Camp Point Central. Ginnebacher throws it out top. It's tipped by Petty and stolen away. Petty with a larceny. Layup at the other end is up and good, and Petty puts Pittsfield back on top. With a takeaway and the 2, Pittsfield has the lead on our second lead change of the ball game.
4 turnovers on each team now.
Pittsfield with their original starters to start the second period. Mendenhall, Tom Habe, Allen, Petty, and Hayden Grattan. Ginnebacher gets it to the high post. Moore, good spot there. Fadeaway shot, no good, and Grattan secures the board as Eli Mendenhall gets put on skates for a second. Tom Habe will bring it up against Moore on the man-to-man defense. You'll see these guys go to a zone on both sides every once in a while, but not very often, as we'll get an illegal screen now underneath the hoop.
It's going to go on Petty, and that'll be his second. First team foul, second quarter on either team. Petty down on one side, Blewett on the other with 2 fouls apiece, and you probably won't see him for the rest of the half except for an offensive opportunity.
See Lucas Nichols come back in for Pittsfield. As you said, Petty took the chair. Just underway here in quarter number 2. Pittsfield now into a zone. They'll give it to Moore, left side, will the Panthers. Out top, Genenbacher, over to Pabin. Pabin dialing from long distance, no good. And on a rebound, it's Peterson over the back.
Yep, Peterson will pick up the foul. His first, team first to the second quarter. Rebound came off to Allen, I do believe, did it not?
That's right. I like what Pittsfield's done with getting Lucas Nichols back into the rotation here. There was a long stretch of the season. He didn't see much playing time. And what that tells me, Jack, is he didn't go to practice and sulk and say, oh, I'm a senior, I should be playing. He went to practice and worked. And that's how he's gotten back into the rotation. And he's played some big minutes for Pittsfield, and they'll need him down the stretch for the season.
And they need him to come out and shoot with confidence when he shoots that three and believe he's going to make it.
Out top, a little high-low game. Down low to Allen. A little off balance and can't get it to go. And the rebound down to Peterson. Allen kind of made that one harder than it might have needed to be.
And he's much bigger than anybody else out there and a much stronger. I don't know about stronger, but goes up strong.
He's one of the better athletes on the floor for sure.
You bet.
Here's Allen. Here's Genenbacher now for a three, no good. The three's not been a friend of either team so far. And Hayden Gratton chases down his third rebound.
So that means you're getting some long rebounds if the guard's picking them up like that.
And now here's a little reach-in foul out front on Moore.
Moore's first, team second. Once again, you know, those fouls that are kind of ones you don't want them to commit can really hurt you down the road. Moore gets a lot of picks off of that, though. He's going to keep trying to steal the ball.
Inbounds pass, stolen away by Niekamp. Niekamp, look at him break away in the front corner, up and in for two. You know how Niekamp would chase down guys from the backside on the defense? That's because he's a little quick, that one.
Lead change is our third.
Ask Lena Winslow. These kids have nightmares, and they never even saw him coming.
Well, he was going to drive over to their house.
Didn't have his license yet. Not till April, I don't think. Here's Mendenhall down low, kind of gets tangled up with Genenbacher and Niekamp. Out top, Gratton, good luck three. Rims in and out, no good. And the rebound down to Pavin. He's got four already. He'll take it into the front court. Central, the 1-point lead and the basketball with 5 minutes to play in this first half on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard.
Moore will let the game come to him until he has to create most of the time, won't he?
Pavin out top to Genenbacher. Back to Pavin, gets stopped at the free throw line. Now out top to Moore. He tries to split the double team, might have gotten an extra step, and the ball is blocked up into the backboard bracing, and I think this should be Central basketball, shouldn't it?
Yep, it was a touch. Well, they're not saying there was a block on that. Huh. I don't think Nick Moore missed it quite that bad, but you never know.
Congratulations to the Griggsville Perry Eagles as they advance to the 1A state finals with a 33-24 win over Western. Congrats to the Wildcats on a good postseason run as well.
A couple of local teams going to be at the state tournaments we'll be at on Saturday.
Here's Nichols left side, feeds the post to Tom Have. Tom Have has it stripped and stolen away as Niekamp got the takeaway. Tipped it to Moore. Now to Genenbacher on the run. Shot up no good. Fouled by Mendenhall, and Elijah Genenbacher will shoot two.
Mendenhall's first, team second. Moore found Genenbacher. He's got that quick step. He told me, said, I finally got some threes to start falling for me against West Hancock, but that's been a struggle for him. 14-13 Central. Genenbacher misses the first at the 4:17 mark.
The Pike County Express is your local family-owned newspaper. They have been serving Pike County since 1991. You can check them out each Wednesday on a newsstand near you.
Taylor Graham back in the game. Nichols sits down. Second free throw is no good. And Allen pulls down another board. That's his fourth.
4:13 to play in the half. Graham into the front court. Pass down low, stolen away by Pabin. Tried that long pass, and Pittsfield's got 9 turnovers here. That's a 6. Oh, excuse me, an upside down 9. They'll give it to Genenbacher, kicks to the wing. Pabin had trouble with the catch, puts it on the deck. Back to Genenbacher from the corner for 3, and he knocks it home.
His first points of the night.
Elijah Genenbacher with the deep ball, and Central has their biggest lead of the ball game, a 4-point advantage. But a game of runs.
Yeah, people trying to throw the ball in places there's just not an opening.
Well, you're trying to throw a pass from the wing to the opposite block with the type of quickness that Central possesses. It's just not going to be open very often. Here's Tom Have now, was kind of going away from the basket when he shot it. No good on the 3, and the rebound down to Pavin. Pavin again quickly the other way, and chasing him down from behind was Gratton to knock it out of bounds.
Paben with 5 boards. I guess it's his size, his mass out there.
Paben and Grant would be fun to watch in a foot race.
Yeah, they would.
Here's Blewett back into the contest. He'll sit down Niekamp. So Blewett will be in the game with 2 fouls with 3:20 to play in the half. Here's an inbounds pass. It was tipped and loose on the floor, fighting for it, and Pittsfield comes out of the scrum.
5 turnovers now in Camp Point Central.
That one just because the inbounds pass was just a little soft that time.
And there's guys back home for Central who are faster than anybody on this basketball team.
Out top is Mendenhall. Over it goes to Graham. Down low, they'll feed it to Mendenhall. Has a size advantage, needs to go to work here. It does, and scores. Good move by Mendenhall, but you ever question, if you're able to do that, why'd you hesitate so much, big man?
Peterson will pick up his second foul. That'll be team foul number 3. So Blewett and Peterson with 2 fouls apiece. 17-15, Camp Point Central with the lead. 2:53 left in the half. Mendenhall can't get it to convert. Blewett comes away with a rebound.
Blewett the board, gets it to Paven. He'll walk it toward the front court for the Panthers. Up by 2 with 2:45 to play in the half. Pittsfield back into a zone look here. Ball goes to Moore on the right side. It's a 2-3. Paven now on the wing, gets it to Genenbacher. They leave him alone. He'll fire away from downtown, short. And the rebound again to Grattan on one of those long boards you talked about.
4 of those on the night. Can mean you're boxing out really well down low and the ball's just coming farther out too.
Could mean that neither team has been able to hit much from outside.
Maybe.
Here's Grattan over to Tom Hay.
1 for 7, 1 for 5 in case you're wondering.
Pittsfield trying to tie or take a lead here. If they could make a 3 down low, they'll get it into Mendenhall. Goes right at Blewett. Shot no good. Rebound put back up and in. And the game is tied at 17 points apiece.
Is that our 3rd tie, I believe?
I don't know. I'll trust the guy keeping track of that. Thought that was you.
It is.
All right.
I got you covered.
Could be the 3rd tie. Here's Blewett now. Goes at Mendenhall, and Mendenhall called for the foul.
Mendenhall will pick up his first of the night, I think.
Second, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah, I put it on Ethan Grattan. I messed that up. 3rd team foul. 2 free throws for Blewett, who had his first points of the night moments ago with a couple of rebounds. 1:39 left in the half. Blewett puts his team back on top with the made free throw.
Damon Emmerich at Great Rivers Bank here to help you with your next auto, residential, or commercial loan need. Give Damon a call, 217-285-4404.
Grattan sits down. Mendenhall sits down. Ethan Grattan back in the game. Taylor Graham. Connor Allen. Second one also good by Blewett.
So he makes good on his chances at the free throw line and gives the Panthers that 2-point lead right back. Here's Graham into the front court. He's out of a double team to Bonds. Bonds dribbles it off of the foot of Genenbacher out of bounds. Saki sophomores
in a bad spot right there in front of the central bench.
Guarded along the sideline by 2 Panthers, and then
a big black line.
And James Barnett on the sideline, which Barnett was a pretty good defensive player in his day.
For the Barry Tigers, right?
That's right. Here's Allen with it out front. To Grattan, that's Ethan Grattan, the senior postman. Out top to Tom Hay. Graham on the right side, looks for an opening. In the corner to Bonds. Bonds right back to Graham. To Tom Hay with under a minute to play in the first half of a 19-17 contest.
Niekamp giving up a lot of size to Grattan down low.
.45 seconds to play. I don't think they'd wrestle in the same weight class, though. Left side, Bonds to Tom Habe now near the sideline with Moore playing the tough D on him.
Coach Monroe probably likes to see him do both.
27 seconds now. Pittsfield's taken about a minute off the clock. Now as Genenbacher just comes and steals the ball away from Tom Habe and takes it to the other end for the layup. Just ripped it right out of his hands to make it 21-17. The Panthers tie their largest lead of the ball game. Now here's Bonds with trouble near the half-court line, tied up. Possession arrow favors the Sakis, but Pittsfield's guards not playing with much strength right now as Petty will come into the game for the Sakis and sit Bonds down.
And when you got to have people come off the bench and help out and they don't do it, it really causes some problems.
Hayden Gratton also back in as Graham sits down. Petty will be the man to inbound with 9.3 seconds to play in the half. Ball comes to Tom Have. Double team coming his way, looking to get out of it. Bad pass, nearly stolen away by Genenbacher. 3.3 seconds to play in the half.
Yeah, they're jumping up on Tom Have when he gets the ball out front, doing what Pittsfield's done for years.
Well, there's double teaming the first pass. I mean, it's 3 times in a row, and the Sockies have not adjusted here. Petty to inbound. Will get it into Gratton. Gratton dribbles by the man. Long pull up 2 at the buzzer. No good. And we head to halftime. And the Little Jess Motors halftime show shows us that the Camp Point Central Panthers have a 21-17 lead over the Pittsfield Sockies. We're back with halftime stats and more after this.
Today's halftime show is brought to you by Little Jess Motor Company. Warmer weather and topless, doorless adventures are right around the corner. Stop out to Little Jess today to check out our large selection of Jeep Wranglers. We currently have 15 Wranglers in stock and many more on their way. Right now, you can drive a new 2024 Jeep Wrangler 2-door Sport for only $499 per month with absolutely zero down. Is a 4-door more your style? Drive a 2024 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport for only $599 per month with zero down. Little Jess, serving the Tri-States for 7 decades.
GSI grain bins are built using the highest strength steel available. This allows you to store more grain to maximize your profitability and efficiency. Buy one now and receive our winter discount program. Mixer Lumber Company, your GSI grain bin dealer.
Welcome back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Little Jess, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram at 3431 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois, the place to go for your next car buying opportunity. Their staff is committed to making the process simple and making sure each customer's needs are met. Learn more at littlejessmotor.com.
Well, in the first half, the Sockies turned it over 7 times. Central 5 times in the first half. Tied at 2-7 and 17. 21-17 the halftime score. 4-point lead twice for the Panthers. Sockies led it early 7-2. And in this first half, it was a 12-11 first quarter score, 21-17 here at halftime. Pittsfield, 7 of 19 from the field, 36.4%. 1 of 8 from the arc, 12.5%. 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Led in scoring by Eli Mendenhall and Connor Allen with 6 apiece, 5 for Petty, and that's all, folks. On the other side, Central, 8 of 19, shooting 42%. 1 for 5 from the arc, 4 for 6 from the free throw line. Pavin's got 6 in the first half, 5 for Elijah Genenbacher, 2 for Caden Niekamp, 4 points for Gavin Blewett, and 3 for Nick Moore. A 21-17 lead for the Panthers over the Sockies at halftime. We'll back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show.
The thing for me that really separates DOT, senior leadership and the owners of the business really focus on employee engagement.
We have some of the best people managers.
The Tracy family, senior leaders throughout the business, really all of our leaders care about the employees that work here.
And that allows for a lot of families to come work at Dot Foods, and I think that's part of it, is being able to have all those different schedules and the flexibility to be able to move things around when life happens.
Press Yours On You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this year. If you're looking to get your team shirts or just looking for spirit wear for yourself, remember Press Yours On You. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space in our shop. Stop by and see us and check out our offerings. Business lets us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Thank you to everyone in our community for the support over the last 16 years. Thank you for supporting local. Press Yours On You, 506 West Wood, Camp Point, Illinois. Camp Point Central Sports are proud to have Dear Wester Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dear Wester Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dear Wester Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Wester Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwestergrain.com.
It's time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams counties. Call 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Schumann and Emily Matthews at Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you.
Jersey's World! Jersey's World! Party time! Excellent! Party on, James! Party on, Todd!
Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, where you can find the best burgers, sandwiches, and steaks, all locally sourced from GJY Beef Company.
We love beer! We love beer!
Ice cold draft beer. Enjoy one of our many craft selections on the patio. All at Jersey's Bar and Grill, 109 East Jefferson, Camp Point, Illinois.
Back with you on the Little Jess Motors halftime show, a 21-17 lead for Camp Point Central over Pittsfield. Right at the end of the half, Central really aggressive. Got a couple of steals against the Sockies, and it turned Pittsfield over, I think, what'd you say, 7 or 8 times?
Actually, 7 times in the ballgame, yeah. 7
times, but I think something there. Now, they can't do it all the time because if something would get called for a foul, they can't afford to do that. But I like what James Barnett does. They kind of do that in little spurts. We saw them do the same thing against Griggsville Perry, where they just get a little bit more aggressive defensively, and it turned into points and really has been the difference in this game right now.
I didn't talk about it. Blewett with 2 fouls, Cole Peterson with 2, Pabin and Moore with 1 apiece. On the other side, 2 fouls on Eli Mendenhall, 2 on Javen Petty. A single foul on Brennan Tomhaven, 1 on Ethan Gratton did not have one. Tried to give him one on Mendenhall. So not a lot of fouls called. Both teams probably like that. But as I was talking about with Pittsfield, if you go parallel across the court, you cannot throw those lazy passes that are over 15 foot across very often because this Panther squad's going to steal it. On the other side, Central's tried to force a few things. Really haven't taken advantage of Blewett quite as much as I think they could there. They might be able to pick up a 3rd foul on Mendenhall by doing that.
Yeah, I think a big start to the second half will be who picks up that 3rd foul first, Blewett or Mendenhall. Either one of them, it would open it up for the other man to get some more offensive opportunities.
Even with Petty getting a 3rd, that could hurt them because the 2 sophomore guards did not come out and look sharp in the first half of this game.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of a difference in strength from what you're seeing. For the most part, and they kind of got exposed there. Now, Gratton hasn't had that trouble taking care of the basketball like that as much with the on-ball pressure, but yeah, Graham and Bonds, it was kind of a shock to them, it looked like, and they'll have to be much stronger in the second half, and they have throughout the season for Pittsfield. They've done a nice job, but kind of forget every once in a while that they're just sophomores.
And when you're playing against somebody like Central, who's a state champion in football, strength is really important because even Drew Pabin at 145 pounds will scare you to death if you realize how strong these guys are. You take a Gittenbacher, Moore, Blewett, and Niekamp, you're not going to find much stronger guys at their size anywhere in the state. And we talk about strength in basketball, and I think people think we're crazy. Hand strength's real important, but total strength really makes the difference as you get into the postseason because it's going to get a little rougher.
Yep. Gets a little more physical from time to time, and Central definitely able to play that style. We will pause for our final timeout on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. We have second half action for you next on Central Illinois Sports.
At Full Throttle Parts, we do spray-on bed liners, a brand called Patriot Liner. It is very elite. It actually enhances the resale value of anything you put it on or off-road.
Go Full Throttle!
Go Full Throttle.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Sports families, come check out Central Valley Sports, the new facility in town. Located 3 miles south of Winchester at 520 Winchester Glasgow Road. Batting cages, pitching mounds, pitching machines, and more. Open to all ages and skill levels. The facility is available for team rental, individual membership, and family memberships. Be sure to check out the Central Valley Sports Facebook page for more information and stay up to date on individual lessons and camps offered throughout the year.
Today's halftime show is brought to you by Little Jess Motor Company. Warmer weather and topless, doorless adventures are right around the corner. Stop out to Little Jess today to check out our large selection of Jeep Wranglers. We currently have 15 Wranglers in stock and many more on their way. Right now, you can drive a new 2024 Jeep Wrangler 2-door Sport for only $499 per month with absolutely zero down. Is a 4-door more your style? Drive a 2024 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport for only $599 per month with zero down. Little Jess, serving the Tri-States for 7 decades.
Ready for third quarter action here. Central has the basketball to start the period and the 4-point lead on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Panthers start the second half with their original starters: Moore, Niekamp, Genenbacher, Pabin, and Blewett. Pittsfield counters with Hayden Gratton, Mendenhall, Tom Have, Allen, and Petty. Now traveling called on Genenbacher out front.
Sixth turnover.
Pittsfield came out and started with a 1-3-1 defense and caused the turnover. Gratton to Tom Have. Bounce pass to Mendenhall at the high post. Over to Gratton, now Tom Have against the man-to-man of Moore. Allen gets free, now just lost the ball on the way in, and it'll be a tie-up. It'll be Pittsfield basketball in the alternating possession here. Had an open lane, just bounced it off of his own thigh that time. And it'll be ball out of bounds underneath here for the Sockies.
Connor Allen thanked Elijah Genenbacher for helping him up. He just kind of reached down and lifted him.
7:20 to play in the third as Petty will inbound here.
These guys know each other pretty well, these two teams, I think.
Little give and go back to Petty. He'll pass it across the top of the defense to Tom Have. Now back to Petty. Quick pass down low. Allen. Allen fakes. Now goes up with it and in for two.
Good job by him. 8 on the night for him.
Makes it a 2-point game with 7:02 to play in the third.
I think that's an important basket for them. They didn't want to fall down behind by 6, which would have been the biggest lead. Cut it to 2 now.
Moore with it on the right side. Hounded by Gratton. Out to Genenbacher. Against the man-to-man of Pittsfield now. Genenbacher on the drive against Tom Have. Might have got away with a walk there. Just kind of took an extra little scoot of the foot. Here's Pabin with the change of pace move down to Blewett on the baseline. Drives in against Mendenhall. Count the basket and one.
Mendenhall picks up his third, first of the third quarter. We talked about that at halftime. Blewett gives his team that 4-point lead again, and they shoot for their biggest lead of the ball game. Blewett now with 6. And he is 2 for 2 from the free throw line. It's up and good.
5-point lead for Central is their biggest of the ball game. 6:27 to play in the third. Allen at the free throw line. Out top to Petty. Now Tom Have gets a touch right side. Dribbles toward the top of the key.
Tom Have with no points in the game.
He's isolated against Genenbacher. Now Gratton turns the corner, looks for his older brother Ethan, and from one brother to another, and puts it up and in for 2. Here's Pabin with the basketball, gets it to Genenbacher, right side, Moore, 3. It's no good, gets his own rebound though as he followed the missed shot. Now the ball knocked loose on the baseline. Moore comes out of there with it to Pabin. Fakes and drives, caught on the baseline, needs some help. Over to Moore on the wing. He'll try to move in against Tom Have. Good defense there. Back out to Pabin. 5:41 to play in the third period. Central the 3-point lead and the basketball. As Genenbacher gets it back on the right wing. Tries to back down the smaller man, and Gratton shot no good, and the rebound to Ethan Gratton. Gets it to Tom Have into the front court. Petty takes the dribble now to Allen as they're on a little 3-guard weave over the top of the key. Allen drives in, shot up no good, foul, but he'll shoot too as Genenbacher whistled for the harm.
His first team foul, and He and Blewett were both down there, so that was a difference maker for Central. Free throws by Allen. Allen is 2 for 2 from the charity stripe, has 8 points on the day. 24-21. First one up and good.
Railnet and Twine, located just north of Pittsfield across from the airport. They are your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, and much, much more. Stop by and see Smile and Rick at Railnet and Twine, 217-285-5013.
Connor Allen misses the second one, and a rebound off to Pabin, his 6th.
Remains a 2-point game. Pabin with it on the wing, works off the screen from Blewett. Speaking of Rick Reel, it was good to see Clint Hamilton at the 4A 7th grade boys tournament, and Matt Elledge, both at Highland, of course. Clint said that his girls team had just wrapped up their conference championship as Moore's 3 no good. Rebound down to Ethan Brett. They've kind of made that a regular happening at Highland for a while now. That's pretty good teams.
Couple good Pittsfield people leading the way.
Here's Petty on a drive, tied up or fouled. Fouled by Pabin, and it's ball out of bounds underneath for the Sockies.
Pabin second, team second. Petty tried to out-quick him that time, equal quickness, but the hand got on the wrist that time, I believe.
Petty definitely has the size advantage in that matchup. Pabin's not.
He's going to jump, though.
Pabin is not. This is not a foreign thing for him to be the smaller guy on the court. I mean, you know.
No, even with his little brother. Maybe he'll hear that.
Grattan with it left side.
He's going to be a broadcaster down the road.
Hayden Grattan, now Allen. 4:23 to play in the third. Petty with a little drive in. Look for Allen. Ball was tipped and stolen away. Into the front court with it comes Ginnenbacher on the run. Drives to the rim. Shot no good. Fouled, and he'll shoot 2 shots.
That's Tom Have. No, it's not. It is
Allen. Allen with the foul.
Allen will pick up the foul, his first, team second. Free throws for Ginnenbacher, 0 for 2 from there. Ginnenbacher with 5 points. Free throw up and good. He's got 6. 25-22 now on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Competitive basketball game. Pittsfield actually has the bigger leads until this quarter. Both of them up by Ginnenbacher good. Each team's led by 5.
4-point game now with 4:04 to play in the third. High pass. Tom Abe works it across to Hayden Grattan. Now Ethan Grattan, right side Petty. Looks in the post, not open here. Petty to the free throw line. Little pull-up jump shot, good.
Petty's got 7.
Good job to get to one of his scoring spots that time, and again cuts it to a 2-point game. Pabin the other way, hands it to Moore. A quiet night for Moore offensively, but he can pour him in a hurry.
You don't want to forget about him, that's for sure.
Or Dre. Here's Moore to Pabin, right side Ginnenbacher. Back to Moore, right side. Gets it into Niekamp. Back to Moore. They forgot about him, and you can't forget about him as he knocks down the 3.
Got 6.
29-24. Panthers have tied their biggest lead of the contest on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. 3:05 to play in the third.
We weren't teasing.
Here's Petty at the free throw line. That same jump shot. This one is off the mark, and the rebound down to Blewett. Into the front court, Pabin on the dribble drive. Works it over to Ginnenbacher. Beats the man off the bounce. Gets to the rim. Foul, no call. Now he's fouled on the putback, and he'll shoot 2 as Ethan Grattan got him on the arm.
Grattan will pick up his first foul of the ball game. 3rd team foul. Blewett actually probably got by with traveling a little bit ago because he touched it on that tip, and we've got an Adams Network timeout. 29-24 Panthers, 2:48 left third quarter. Back after these.
I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account, plus ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Timeout was taken by the Panthers, their first of the contest. Both teams in good shape timeout-wise. Central with a 5-point lead, and Elijah Ginnebacher to the free throw line shooting 2. Making either one of these would allow Camp Point Central to expand on what is their biggest lead of the contest.
He's 2 for 4. Missed his first 2, made his last 2. Has 7 points on the night. First one is up, and he's made the adjustment.
Tim Waters and Waters Concrete. They offer quality concrete for your new build. Driveways, decorative patios, sidewalks, anything with concrete. It's Waters Concrete. They're ready to serve you. 309-252-1052.
Second one no good. Rebound comes off to Taylor Graham.
Anybody ever told you you're bad luck?
I've been told that before.
Graham in a bad spot along the sideline, and a ball kicked by Paven. Brad Tommy might have told him this is not the spot you want to be.
Stay away from the sidelines. That's what Liberty made a living with their zone defenses over time, is pinning you on the sidelines.
Stay here. Stay as long as you can. Not there. Inbounds pass to Allen. They'll work it to Tom Have. 2:33 to play in the third in a 6-point game. Graham on the right side. To Allen out front. Pittsfield's kind of got away from using that size advantage, as now Paven will foul Grattan from behind.
That'll be his third team foul, ball out of bounds. Ethan Grattan's come in and really given his team some good minutes, so 30-24, 2:23 left in the quarter. You don't want to give up a bigger lead than that.
Inbounds pass comes into Grattan and knocked out of bounds. Which way is this going? I think it's going Central's direction, and it is.
Turnover number 9, 2 in the second half. Once again, getting pinned on that sideline, and that looks like something that James Barnett has really worked on the defensive side. Paven will bring it across the timeline with 2:15 left in the third quarter, 30-24. Paven an off-balance shot, and he'll be called for traveling. That'll be the 7th turnover, 2 in the second half. Grattan sits down. Lucas Nichols into the game.
Pittsfield has not scored in a while. 2:12 to play in the third. They trail by 6.
Since since Mendenhall picked up that foul, I do believe. Better hustle.
Petty into the front court. Pass tipped. Saved in bounds by Blewett, but they'll say his foot was on the baseline, so out of bounds to Pittsfield.
Javen's thrown some soft passes tonight, and that soft pass just about went the way of the opponents.
Out top, Tom Have. Gets it back to Nichols.
Grattan had Paven pinned underneath, and he's playing with 3 fouls. That'd be big to get a 4th on him if you're Pittsfield.
Petty with it out front. Tries to drive. Kicks to Graham on the right side. Graham on the drive in, and he's fouled.
Ginnebacher will pick up that foul. His second, team 4th. Will they call it a shooting foul? They will. Pittsfield 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Allen's got all 3 of those. 30-24. Camp Point Central with the lead. 1:42 left third quarter. First one by Graham is good. His first point.
LSST Trucking and 3D Leasing for all of your trucking and hauling needs. See the Dunhams and their professional team at LSST Trucking and 3D Leasing. 217-285-2808.
Graham misses the second, but Allen comes away with the rebound and then loses the ball.
Not sure that he ever really had possession. He was in amongst 3 guys, and now the other way. Moore gets fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line.
That foul will go against Lucas Nichols, his first, team 4th. 1:35 left in the quarter. Moore to the free throw line. 7 of 11 are the Panthers. 6 points for Moore. First one is up and good.
Here comes Mendenhall back into the game for the Sockies with 1:35 to play in the third. Graham will sit down.
6-point lead, ties the biggest of the ball game.
Pittsfield with an all-senior lineup now on the floor.
Haven't seen that often, have you? Second one by Moore is good. 7-point lead.
32-25 with 1:35 to play in the third.
Both these teams like this type of a score most of the time.
Well, I mean, I think they both like to score 75 points. It just ain't gonna happen. Here's Tomei for a three, no good. Rebound tipped around and into the hands of Blewett. He'll work it to Pabin. Pabin takes it across the half-court line. Hands it to Moore. Panthers looking to add on to what is their biggest lead on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Moore gets it right side, drives straight to the middle, shot up too hard, gets his own board, puts it back up, and no good. Out of bounds off of Tomei. It'll be Camp Point Central basketball. Here comes Hayden Grattan back into the game. He'll sit down Nichols.
Nobody pinned Moore away from the shot. A couple big guys down there, so he got the offensive rebound and missed the shot, but it's back to Panther basketball. Ooh, close to 5.
Inbounds pass kicked by Eli Pele Mendenhall.
Clint Weir with the assist there in the bleachers. He's more than just a PA announcer.
DJ, school resource officer. He's an ordained minister. Here's Blewett, just lost that ball out of bounds on a turnover as he tried to do a little too much that time for the Panthers. It'll get Pittsfield the basketball length of the court to go with 48.5 seconds to play in the third.
9 turnovers, 4 in the second half. That's been big against the Panthers. They built a 7-point lead here.
Eli Mendenhall works it across to Tomei. Now to Grattan with 37 seconds to play in the third. Into Mendenhall, a little up and under, moving in for 2.
8 for him, first 2 in the second half.
And Central will have the basketball. Likely to hold for a final shot. They'll also get the ball to start the final quarter with 20 seconds to play in the third. Pabin has a way out front. We looked at Coach Barnett and said, what's the special at Jerseys tomorrow? James said, we're closed on Tuesdays. We don't have a special. Here's Moore. He'll kick to the wing. Genenbacher for 3, and it's good.
He's got 11.
Tomei at the half-court line. His shot is up, and it's off the rim. No good, and we head to quarter number 4. Camp Point Central 35, Pittsfield 27. Fourth quarter play-by-play. Your way next on Central Illinois Sports.
Jersey's World! Jersey's World! Party time! Excellent! Party on, James! Party on, Todd!
Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, where you can find the best burgers, sandwiches, and steaks, all locally sourced from GJY Beef Company.
We love beer! We love beer!
Ice cold draft beer. Enjoy one of our many craft selections on the patio. All at Jersey's Bar and Grill, 109 East Jefferson, Camp Point, Illinois.
United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at number 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card.
Ready to start the final quarter. It's Camp Point Central with a 35-27 lead over the Pittsfield Sakis, their biggest lead, and the basketball to start the final period. Pabin gets it in the backcourt, and we are underway here in quarter number 4. Pabin, Genenbacher, Blewett, Niekamp, and Moore, the original starters to start this fourth quarter for James Barnett's team. Looking for win number 19 on the season. Here is Moore, leaves it off to Pabin. Pabin on the dribble drive, bounce pass is too far for Niekamp, and a turnover on Camp Point Central to start the final period.
10 of them, 5 on each side. Good to see John Petty here tonight. John and Bonnie on the sidelines. How many games do you think they've seen in their lifetime?
Thousands.
You bet. Probably with a relative playing in every one of them.
7:19 to play in the fourth. Pittsfield starts the final period with their starters of Mendenhall, Tomei, Allen, Petty, and Hayden Grattan. Tomei top of the key, scoreless, three-pointer no good, and the rebound pulled in by Pabin.
7 for him on the rebounding.
Pabin quickly into the front court, puts up a shot, no good, but draws the foul on Grattan. And Paben will shoot 2.
Hayden Grattan's first fourth quarter. Paben to the free throw line. Tonight, Drew Paben has 6 points, 7 boards, playing with 3 fouls. First time at the charity stripe, shooting for their biggest lead right here with 7:02 left. First one is up and good.
PCRE Real Estate and Auction, your #1 resource for buying or selling real estate in West Central Illinois and Northeastern Missouri. See all their latest listings at PCRErealestate.com or call 217-285-5800.
10 of 14, 11 of 15 now for the Panthers.
And they have a double-digit advantage for the first time in this contest with just under 7 minutes to play. Tom Hay with it near the half-court line.
They make it tough for you to pick it up on the offense, don't they?
Petty to the short corner in Allen. Back out to Petty. Petty fires away from downtown. It's an air ball, and the rebound is down to Ginenbacher. He's quickly into the front court. Being chased from behind, spins away from 2 defenders and gets it to go. What a tremendous take by Elijah Ginenbacher, and he puts Central up by a dozen. We got a timeout of the court. We'll take it to 6:33 to play in this one. Central up by 12 on the Adams Network timeout.
Best Systems Insulators offer insulation for homes and commercial buildings throughout Central Illinois and the surrounding areas. We take great care to ensure that the insulation products we use are the best fit for our clients and their project. We understand that different buildings have different needs and that each of our clients has a unique set of goals. Let us work with you to find the best solution for your next project. Call Best Systems Insulators at 217-285-6005. That's 285-6005, or visit them online at GoBestSystems.com.
Kate Marable, real estate broker with Hometown Real Estate, would like to say good luck to all area teams and hopes everyone has a successful and healthy season. When you're in the market for a new home or would like to sell your home, be sure to call Kate Marable. Kate is a lifelong resident of the area and has experience in first-time home buyers, FHA, USDA, and VA loans. Call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. That's 370-9809 for Kate Marable and Hometown Real Estate.
Pittsfield took the timeout on the Adams Network timeout for reliable internet that does not buffer. It's Adams Fiber. Learn more at followthefiber.net. Speeds up to 1 gigabit, Wi-Fi 6, and more. Followthefiber.net. Here's Grattan on a pull-up jump shot. It's short. Rebound is fought for as Allen on the floor after, along with Niekamp. It's a held ball, and it'll be Pittsfield's possession, and Connor Allen with a little more want-to that time to just make sure his team got an extra possession.
Connor Allen's had a night. Really done a nice job. 6 boards and 9 points.
Inbounds pass to Tom Abe out front. He'll work it into Mendenhall, and he'll be bumped from behind by Ginenbacher.
I think that's his third. Team foul number 1 of the quarter.
Out of bounds underneath there for Petty. Gets it to Grattan out top. Down low, Tom Hay. Allen at the free throw line. Good look. It's off the mark. Rebound down to Mendenhall. Might have got away with a push-off. Now the ball batted away and stolen. Paben into the front court on the run out. Doesn't have numbers. Doesn't care as he drives in and gets the left-hand runner to go. Drew Paben with another 2. He's got 10 and makes it a 14-point Central lead. Starting to run away with this one now with 5:47 to play. Petty with it for the Sockies. He drives in and gets it to go. Petty with a big answer for Pittsfield, but they've got to string together some stops on the defensive end. Paben in the backcourt.
They were tied at 17 in this game.
And Petty will be called for a foul now on the reach.
Petty's third, team's second. Paben kind of might have bought that foul. Kind of bounced off of Petty and showed a little bit more. It's harder to knock Drew down than that usually.
Well, listen, when you're not very big, you got to take advantage of everything you can.
You want to watch him going down the sidelines with a football in his hands, huh? Whew.
Here's Ginenbacher, gets it to Blewett, drives inside, shot put up no good, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, won't fall, and Allen secures the board for the Sockies. Into the front court comes Pittsfield. Petty gets it out top, works on the dribble drive to Allen, shot fake, drives by, puts it off the window, missed it, rebound loose, and Moore runs it down for Camp Point Central.
Mendenhall took one on the snaz that time.
And now blocking foul on Tom Hay.
Tom Hay picks up the foul, his second, team third. 4:50 left, 41-29. And just a little bit more physical in there on the boards that last time. Was it Pabin came away with that board?
Yep. He's had a nice down to the rebound side. Here's a drive in by Ginnebacher. He's having one of his bigger nights offensively. And he'll go to the free throw line looking to add to it here as he's fouled.
Allen's second, fourth team foul. Ginnebacher at the free throw line has 13 on the night, 41-29. Panthers with the lead on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. 4:43 left in regulation. First one real short by Ginnebacher that time. He looked like he was tired. You ever seen him tired?
Not too often.
Second one by Ginnebacher, and he made the adjustment.
And James Barnett said he looked a little tired. Let's take a timeout. 4:43 to play in the contest. It's Central 42, Pittsfield 29 on the Adams Fiber timeout.
I like hard work. I mean, I kind of was raised that way. You really do make a difference. You're helping ship out food to feed people. Someone's got to do it, and I don't mind doing the hard work of it, you know. That gives me meaning, and I do go home rewarded. Every time I drop off a pallet, it's kind of corny, but I look back at it with a sense of pride. I'm like, yep, I built that. It looks awesome. And then I just drive away. I love it. When my life needed meaning, I chose Doc.
4:43 to play in the contest as Camp Point Central took the timeout. Both teams with 3 remaining. 4:43 to play. Pittsfield basketball down by 13. Not exactly a quick scoring offense as Pittsfield. We'll get it to Mendenhall at the high post. To Petty on the right side. Run off the three-point line. Bounce pass down low. Good find to Connor Allen. He'll put it up and in. And now Brad Tomhave would like the timeout to talk it over. 4:22 left in this contest. It's Camp Point Central 42, Pittsfield 31. Back after this break.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
Pittsfield called the timeout on the Adams Network timeout. Adams experts, when your computer goes down, they are the folks to call. They can help you get back up and going so you don't miss work or whatever it is you might do with your computer. Maybe a little gaming as well. Top-notch local computer sales and service. Adams experts, 217-214-3423.
Pabin's hard to pin, isn't he?
Here's a drive in, kick to the wing. Genenbacher for a 3, nails it, wide open, and he'll knock down the triple.
17 for him, he's feeling it.
The lead is 14 once again on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Just one of those times where you got to recognize who has the hot hand, and Genenbacher has had the hot hand. Here's Petty on a kind of a wild shot, no good. Rebound down to Genenbacher. Under 3 minutes, 35 seconds to play. Genenbacher with it. Out to Pabin near the half-court line. Gets it over reverse to Moore.
Going to have that extra scorer there in a guy like Genenbacher if you're going to make a run, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's been an emphasis for this Camp Point Central squad. It's not by accident. And Genenbacher has stepped up when they needed him to. Here's Moore to Genenbacher. Now they're playing a little keep away, up by 14 points with 3:07 to play.
He's showing he can handle the ball.
You mean Genenbacher?
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. He's a dynamic athlete. Here's a foul now on Rigston Bonds.
No, I wasn't kidding. 15 foul, free throws for the Panthers. Nick Moore going there. He's got 8 on the night, trying to become the third man in double figures. 45-31, 2:57 left, and they're very workmanlike in what they're showing now. That's a much different team than we saw over at Griggsville the other night. Griggsville might have had something to do with that. First one, no good.
I think you have to give a lot of credit to Garrett White's team and the way they played defensively in that contest. That zone was just something Central. I mean, they couldn't shoot that night, and it's not because.
And it's not
because it's a bad shooting night either. You've got to give Griggsville Perry some credit. It's not a soft zone that just stands. It's a very active zone.
They come right out there. They kind of look like the old Payson teams. Moore's adjustment good. He's got 9.
Well, and then when you have Finsick and McAllister down low along with Myers, you go 6'4", 6'4", 6'5". There was not a lot of driving opportunities. Clayton Reinhardt checks in for Pittsfield for the first time.
All the starters out of the game.
Yeah. 2:53 to play in a 46-31 contest. Bonds, Graham, Reinhardt, Nichols, and Ethan Grattan. As Reinhardt gets the top of the key. To Ethan Grattan. Now Nichols, he'll get it at the free throw line. Shot up there, won't fall. And Blewett secures the board.
His 6th of the day.
15-point contest with 2:25 remaining on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard.
Lohmeyer will check in on the next dead ball.
Pittsfield turns right back around, and they'll play Beardstown here tomorrow night.
You better be physical with them.
And Beardstown has played well as of late. Kind of figuring some things out. Isaac Brockschmidt.
I don't think they
just 1,000-point score.
They don't just throw the 3 up anytime they take an ocean anymore, I don't think. That was kind of their namesake there for a couple of years.
1:49 left. Central playing a little keep away here. And James Barnett calls the timeout. We'll pause as well. 1:45 left, 46-31. Central with the advantage. Back after this.
I'm Chris Nichols with PCRE Real Estate and Auction here in Pittsfield. For 15 years now, I've been specializing in selling farmland and hunting properties along with homes and commercial real estate. Whether it's helping a seller get a premium price out of their home or assisting a buyer to find the farm of their dreams, I pride myself on providing elite customer service. Give me a call today at 217-473-3777 if I can help with any of your real estate needs, or feel free to jump on our website at pcrerealestate.com.
1:45 left as James Burnett took the timeout for Central. Lohmeyer checks into the game for the Panthers, as does Robert Gooding, the 6'1 senior, also in as Peterson for the Panthers. They join Pabin and Moore. 1 minute, 37 seconds remaining in this ball game. Moore gets it out near the half-court line. Against Graham, he'll try the dribble drive in, kicks to the right side. Gooding for the 3, it's good. Robert Gooding with the triple for the senior, off the bench. And it's an 18-point lead. Here's a turnover now on Pittsfield. No, they'll say Pabin tipped it out of bounds.
Gooding has played very little this season for this squad.
They're going to give this ball to Central. That's the right call. I thought so.
11th turnover. I didn't see any hands come out that time. Pabin sits down. Moore sits down.
Connor Sweeting is in for Pittsfield. On the other side for Central, we see Cruz Miles in for the first time. Cruz is a 5'7 freshman. Also into the contest for the first time this evening is Christian Miles, the 5'7 junior.
Saki's got the win in the JV game, and that's what we're looking at right now.
Here is Nichols for a 3. It's up and good.
Only the second of the night, threes that is. 2 for 13.
Here's Lohmeyer, hands the ball off on the right side to Gooding. Under 35 seconds to play. Ball on the sideline, it's a foul, and we'll see some free throws shot here.
Lucas Nichols will pick up his second. Free throws the other way for Gooding. Gooding part of that football line that had so much success for this Panther squad. Once again, you see him out of the pads, you don't go, wow.
Big rugged kid like he is.
I think, is he talking about going to QU next year?
I think so. I think he's already signed.
Yeah. Second one up by Gooding is good.
Playing real football. 30 seconds left. Here's Nichols now going to try the drive. Pass down low to Gratton between his hands and stolen away by Miles. He'll get it to Cruz, Miles, and Cruz will just try to dribble this one.
Had a Cruz Myers a couple of years ago there, did they not?
Cruz Meyer, actually, with an M-E-I-E-R, I believe was the spelling on that.
Yeah.
This was Cruz Miles.
Cruz was a popular name a few years ago.
Different spelling. 3 seconds left. 50-34. Central improves to 19-6 on the season. Pittsfield drops to 17-8. And we take you to the Blessing Health System postgame show. We have final stats and more. You're away on Central Illinois Sports.
The heart is the hardest working muscle in your body. If something goes wrong with it, you need a medical team that works just as hard. You need Blessing Health's Open Heart Surgery Team, celebrating 20 years of delivering life-saving care to tri-state residents. Patients and families choose Blessing Health's Open Heart Surgery Team for its experience, quality, and heartwarming compassion. Get the most out of your hard-working heart.
Make your dream kitchen and bath a reality with help from Pike County Lumber. We'll create a design to fit your lifestyle and your needs. Quartz countertops, quality onyx that offers dozens of colors. From start to finish, trust the knowledge and experience at Pike County Lumber.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owners agents at B&P Insurance Agency, Barber Agency. See Pat Vandevelde, Caleb Vandevelde, or Mary Colthus. You'll find our location at 114 South Madison Street in Pittsfield.
Griffin Signs in Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs in Time. Call 217-228-7470.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
Back on the Blessing Health System postgame show. Final on this one, a 50-34 win for the Camp Point Central Panthers over the Pittsfield Sockies. Central moves to 19-6. The Sockies drop to 17-8, and Jack has a look at your final stats.
3 lead changes tied at 2-7-17, 12-11 after one quarter, 21-17 at half, 35-27 after 3, 50-34 is the final. Sockies turned it over 12 times on the night, 11 for Camp Point Central. Pittsfield was 14 of 36, 39%, 2 of 13 from the arc, 15.4%, one made right at the end of the game, and 4 of 7 from the free throw line. Connor Allen led the way with 11 points and 6 boards on the night. Javen Petty had 9. Eli Mendenhall with 8 points on the night, 3 for Lucas Nichols. Gratton and Tom Hay failed to score on the evening. Elijah Ginenbacher led the way with 17 points and 6 boards on the night. Central was 16 of 35, 46%, 5 of 12 from the arc, 41%, 14 of 21 from the free throw line, 67%. Once again, Ginenbacher was 17. Paven had 10, Moore had 9, 7 for Blewett, 2 points for Caden Niekamp, and Robert Gooding added 3 at the end of the game for his squad, plus a free throw, so give him 4 on the night. And it's a 50-34 win for Camp Point Central. They moved to 19-6 on the season.
We'll talk to Pittsfield head coach Brad Tomave next.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Back on the Blessing Health System postgame show on Central Illinois Sports. We'll have head coach Brad Tomhave joining us here on the postgame show as Central gets the victory 50-34 over the Sockies. And coach, coming into this contest, not a lot of secrets with this Camp Point Central squad. James Burnett does a good job. His kids are prepared, a very physical team. First half of the contest, though, it was kind of a dogfight. Your kids were right in this thing.
Yeah, we were, and if it weren't for 3 straight turnovers at the end of the second quarter, one by our senior point guard, one of our senior guards led to 2 more, which led to 6 points or 4 points, whatever. So that kind of mentality just kind of tumbled into the second half, where athletes happened and strength happened and speed happened, and our guys. Listen, we can't have our leading scorer put up a goose egg against a 18-win team. We can't shoot 2 of 14 from the arc, with one of them coming with under a minute to play. Just can't have that. We can't shoot 15% from the arc and expect, especially when we're having success getting the ball down low, they're going to focus on that. So that's when those shots are going to open from the perimeter. We can't go 2 of 14 and expect to beat good teams, and that's a good team. So we got out-athleted there in the second half.
And it's one of those things, I'm not trying to read too much into anything. You had a point, I think, in the third quarter where you had an all-senior starting lineup on there. I'm not sure if that was just the way the rotation went or what it was, but it was kind of one of those things that's like, well, guys, this is kind of the home stretch of the season. It's kind of your team to see what you do with it at this point.
Yeah, sometimes we just lack leadership with this group, and it's really surprising because I've said it before. I never guessed that with this group, and when it starts going downhill, we don't have a lot of guys stepping up right now. So that's got to be fixed. I mean, they're only guaranteed 5 more games, and that sure wasn't what I expected effort-wise. Did I expect us to come out and win? I expected us to come out and compete a little better for 4 quarters. But that's a good basketball team, and you got to put stretches together a little bit better than what we did, toughness-wise, in order to play against a team like that. So hopefully they learned something to it, but not a lot of time to dwell on it. We got to get back and ready for tomorrow night.
Well, and it's a big one tomorrow night when it comes to postseason seeding. I mean, it's not, obviously I like whether you're one of the top 4 seeds, but you want to have one of those opportunities possibly to host that opening round game, which is still a big advantage if you could be playing here at Voschel.
Yeah, or if the seeds fall right, not even play that quarterfinal game, which could very possibly still happen, but not playing like that. I mean, that's the bad thing is some of our losses are bad losses, and those things don't go away on the seeding sheet. And coaches talk to each other how it was Pittsfield. They're going to be honest with each other. So we haven't done a lot to put us in a position, but at the same time, the frustration, you can probably hear the frustration because we're better than what we played tonight. And, I'm not okay with that. If we get beat playing our best and then as always, you tip your cap to them. But frustration in lies is we got to find some way to make our down stretches not so down and be a little bit more consistent. And with 6 seniors, you would expect that to happen, and it's just not.
Well, I think that's part of where that frustration comes in is the potential and that this group hasn't reached that ceiling yet. And you'd sure hate to get to the end of the year and never reach what the ceiling is for this group. And here's the thing. I look back, you've won 5 of 6 games coming into it, and you kind of sit there and go, it doesn't seem that way because it hasn't necessarily been the cleanest of a stretch here, but this is a team that has not been playing terrible basketball.
No. What the other disappointing thing is we don't have that. I mean, we've got a win against Illini West, which is a good win in my opinion, but we don't have any red letter wins on our resume. Griggsville, we get Griggsville and West Central, but West Central down 2. But I'm talking about 2A subsectional teams. Those are the dudes we got to beat when it really matters. And right now we're not preparing ourselves, or we're not playing against those top level teams like I I think and I know we can. So that's where the frustration lies. So they got time to correct it, and they got time to we're not gonna base the season off getting beat by Camp Point on February 5th. But it sure would be a little better feeling if we would have competed a little bit better tonight.
Saki's right back at it tomorrow here at Voschel Gym. Tonight, it's Camp Point Central 50, Pittsfield 34. Coach, we appreciate the time.
Thanks, guys.
That's Saki head coach Brad Tomave here on the Blessing Health System post-game show. Time to name our player of the game. It's presented by Edward Jones financial advisor Derek Harris. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, parents, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Derek Harris is a proud sponsor of the player of the game on Central Illinois Sports. And how about the night from Elijah Ginnenbacher? They have purposely, Jack, been working on getting Elijah more involved offensively because they knew Nick Moore is a capable scorer. Blewett has been a consistent scorer for them this year. Papen hasn't been quite the scorer for them, but does a lot of other little things and has the ability to put in 6-8 points a game. But man, if you get Ginnenbacher getting open looks like he's getting and him able to knock it down, that makes this a very dangerous basketball team.
I think Brad Dixon told James Barnett, I don't know if you noticed, but we started using this Ginnenbacher kid on offense about 3/4 of the way through the season. It really worked out well, and James said, maybe we should do it. No, he's been shooting threes, hadn't hit them. He told me the other day when they got the win over West Hancock, I finally started hitting my threes, and Elijah Ginnenbacher's a smart kid. He's going to keep working and working and working, and then you take those two guards and man, they are a stall game themselves, just in and out and in and out. How are you going to stop them from doing that and eating up clock? But they'll have to do that when they play people as big as some they may face down the road.
Not much regular season left, and we're right back at you tomorrow night with a contest here at Voschel Gymnasium as Pittsfield plays host to Beardstown. We hope you'll join us then. For Jack and John Hull, I'm Charlie Hull, thanking you for joining us on another Central Illinois Sports presentation.